What is up, Nuggets fans? I am back here again to do another video. In this video, I'll be recapping the Nuggets 117 to 115 loss to the Washington Wizards in overtime at home last night. We are now 18 and 26 on the season. This is our sixth straight loss in a row. And yeah, just another poor defense performance from this team. This has kind of been the trend this season with the Nuggets. Every time we go on a big winning streak, win 6-7 games in a row, we come right back and go on a big losing streak, and that's obviously what we're on right now, 6-game losing streak. So just another tough loss, and again, the defense kills you. I believe this is the 24th time now the Nuggets have given up over 105 points, and in those games they are 4-20. So some of the things we did well here against Washington, we shot well from beyond the arc here. The Nuggets shot 41% from the three-point line against the Wizards. We hit 12 threes in this game. You love seeing that. Jameer Nelson and Ty Lawson in this game combined to shoot 6 and 9 from the three-point line. Jameer Nelson hit 3 threes alone there in that second quarter. So it was good to see us shoot well from beyond the arc, shoot over 40% from the three-point line. That's been a rarity for this team this season. We only had 9 turnovers. Again, something that we haven't done really well this year is take care of the ball. Did that pretty well here against the Wizards. Again, 9 turnovers, pretty good job of limiting your mistakes here in this game. You force 18 turnovers from the Wizards. I thought we did a good job at times of being active defensively in this game, but you only score 17 points off of those 18 turnovers, so we did a horrendous job here in this game of capitalizing on the Wizards' mistakes. And when it was Nene and Gortat in this game, only combined for 21 points, 16 rebounds, only 2 offensive rebounds. I thought Nurkic and Faried did a great job of boxing them out, keeping them off the offensive glass there, especially in that third quarter. And Nene and Gortat combined for 7 turnovers in this game. Kenneth Faried did a great job of drawing some charges on Nene, forcing some travels on his part. And then Nurkic in that third quarter really was a defensive presence against Gortat, playing physical with him, and again did a great job of boxing him out. And in this game, again, Nurkic and Faried were pretty solid in their own right. They combined for 15 points, 20 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, and again, they were great in the third quarter defensively. I thought they did a great job on the defensive glass, especially Nurkic. I thought he did a great job boxing out Gortat, and again, him and Kenneth Faried did a great job of really forcing some turnovers on Gortat and Nene's part, kind of keeping those guys out of the low block, and again, their defensive rebounding was phenomenal in that third quarter. Our bench played pretty well here against the Wizards. Our bench had 38 points in this game against Washington. Jameer Nelson and Darrell Arthur were great off the bench, especially in that second quarter. They combined for 17 points. They did a great job in the pick and roll. I thought Jameer Nelson was very effective in that second quarter, and again, he hit 3 threes there in that second quarter alone. So I thought our bench played well enough to win this game here against Washington. Ty Lawson was phenomenal for us here against the Wizards. He finished with a double-double, 31 points, 12 assists, and 3 steals for Ty. He was 10 of 20 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Had a very good shooting game here against the Wizards. He had 9 points there in that fourth quarter. He scored 7 straight points. He was huge for us down the stretch in this game. Hit a huge 3 in the fourth quarter. Hit a beautiful step-back jumper. I believe it was over John Wall there in that fourth quarter, and then also came back in overtime and hit a huge step-back jumper over Nene. And again, was just really huge down the stretch for us in this game. Was one of the few guys scoring some big buckets for us in that fourth quarter and in overtime. I think he had 4 points in overtime, and of course he had that near miss, stole the inbound pass there towards the waning seconds of overtime, and had that near miss on the jumper to tie the game there to force a double overtime. Shot 41% from the field in that fourth quarter, just failed to attack the rim at all. And in this game in general, you were terrible at attacking the rim. Offensively, we didn't do a good job of getting high percentage shots in this game. We played way too perimeterly offensively, settled for way too many threes in this game, settled for way too many jump shots, wasted too many possessions on the offensive end, and again, just didn't attack the painted area enough, didn't attack the basket enough. In this game, you were dominated in the paint, outscored 56-36 by the Wizards in the painted area. Again, didn't do a good job offensively of getting those high percentage shots and getting those easy points in the paint. And he let the Wizards shoot 53% from the field. Again, they scored 56 points in the paint. They did a great job of attacking the basket, getting some easy points in the paint. Chris Humphries, Kevin Seraphin, even Nene, especially down the stretch. Nene had a couple big layups. And again, John Wall just did a great job of utilizing that pick and roll to get to the rim. And we didn't do a good job of pressuring John Wall in this game, pressuring the ball. I thought Ty Lawson's on-ball defense wasn't very good. And again, the pick and roll defense really killed our interior defense here in this game against the Washington Wizards. And then down the stretch of this game, you just don't execute, especially in overtime. Washington opens up overtime on a 6-0 run. You only score 3 points there in the first 3 minutes of overtime. You can't expect to beat a good team like Washington in crunch time when you only produce 3 points in 3 minutes. And then again, again, Ty Lawson gets that steal on the inbound pass, takes a terrible shot there to end the game, and John Wall was phenomenal in overtime. 6 points for him, hit 2 huge free throws to pretty much seal the game for Washington, and also had 2 really nice left-handed layups there in the overtime. Did a great job of getting to the rim, and again, did a great job utilizing the pick and roll here against us, especially in that overtime. And then he missed 7 free throws in a two-point game. Again, can't leave free points there on the floor. Kenneth Faried missed 2 huge free throws, of course, with 1 second left there in the fourth quarter that could have ultimately won us the game. And then again, you just miss a ton of shots here in this game at the rim, and you don't attack the paint enough here against the Washington Wizards. 19 points and 16 assists for Wall. He was 8 of 16 from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As I mentioned earlier, he was phenomenal in the pick and roll. Our big guys were terrible with their hedges in this game, and our help defense in this game was piss poor, especially again with the hedges on the pick and roll. Kenneth Faried was terrible down the stretch in defending against the pick and roll here against Washington. He had 6 of his 19 points there in overtime. Did a great job attacking the rim. Like I said, had 2 beautiful left-handed layups. Absolutely burned Ty Lawson on one of them there. One of those drives in overtime just took it right at him, beat him right off that first step. And again, did a great job of attacking the rim throughout this game, and then gets 16 assists. Did a great job of getting his team involved here in this game. And Chris Humphries was the X factor for Washington. Off the bench, finishes with a monster double-double, 21 points and 14 rebounds for Humphries. He was 9 of 13 from the field. He had 9 of his 21 points there in the second quarter. Had a beautiful baseline dunk there in that second quarter over Kenneth Faried, and Darrell Arthur hit a nice bang shot, was a presence on the offensive glass, had 10 points alone in the fourth quarter and overtime combined, so he's a presence down the stretch in crunch time for this team, and again, was a real big physical presence there for Washington, especially in that overtime, and also was great on the offensive glass, created some big second chance possessions for Washington, especially in that fourth quarter. And I sound like a broken record here, but once again, Aaron Afflalo and Wilson Chandler continue to be terrible. They just were very inefficient once again here against the Wizards. Afflalo and Chandler combined for 31 points here in this game on 12 of 36 shooting from the field and 5 of 16 shooting from the three-point line. Afflalo missed so many shots there in that fourth quarter, so did Chandler. Again, they just wasted way too many shots. And again, my biggest problem with both these guys is not only their shot selection, but their inefficiency as scorers. 31 points on 36 shots from your starting 2-guard and your starting small forward. Not going to beat many teams in the NBA with that type of production from 2 of your starting 5. Neither one of them attacks the rim enough. And again, you're just wasting shots for guys like Ty Lawson, Jameer Nelson, Darrell Arthur, even Randy Foye, Jusuf Nurkic on the offensive end. So I don't know when the Nuggets are just going to accept and cut ties, but I really hope we trade, if not both, at least one of these guys by the trade deadline, because I cannot stand watching either one of them play offense. They're, again, just terribly inefficient scorers. So tough loss for the Nuggets. Lose to the Wizards again in overtime, 117 to 115 at home. You're now 18 and 26 on the year. Lost your 6th straight game. 12 and 12 at home, 500 at home, which is just absolutely dreadful home record for this team. And now we play the Clippers tonight in LA, so it's on a back-to-back. Hopefully we can stop the bleeding a little bit, but the Clippers, obviously a great team at home. They're playing well, and we're kind of just in a skid right now. So we'll see what the Nuggets do tonight. But thanks for watching, guys, and even though it's been a crappy year, as always, go Nuggets.